It is a shame that the DSS and the Federal High Court that is meant to be the last hope of a common man, we can no longer find justice as common Nigerians. It's a shame to the office of the president that Sowore is being treated this way, whereby we have bandits and kidnappers with terrorists all over the bushes, with our children and our loved ones. The number of security personnel that has been deployed here this energy can be channeled to those bandits, not a well-meaning citizen. It's a shame. We are saying no to it. No matter the level of oppression, we cannot give up. We must save Nigeria. Nigeria must be liberated. Sowore is not the reason why President Tinubu is a failed president. It's not the reason why terrorists is kidnapping and harassing Nigerians. President Tinubu should resign and leave the office. He does not have the power to rule this country. He's so incompetent. The only thing he knows how to do is to borrow. President. See, President Tinubu is a... I mean the top half.
Is what I have tagged 8 wonders of the world as a lawyer. The reason is because on the very day that this matter was adjourned to, that was on the 15th, we were all in court, and my lord did not sit. And to the best of my knowledge, there was no official communication as to the next adjournment date. Sowore only wrote a letter asking my lord to give him a day since he wasn't sitting that day. We all left court. No official communication as to the next adjourned date. We were surprised to hear that the bail of Sowore was revoked on the 16th. We were taken aback. We were not officially communicated to as to the next adjourned date. For us as lawyers, it's unusual. If a matter is adjourned and the court does not sit, usually every party involved has to be officially communicated through a hearing notice. In fact, if the judge does not have official communication to all the parties, he will not proceed. Even if a counsel on the other side tells the court, my lord, my other counsel was in court on that day, who said it's not in my record. There was no official communication. It is actually unfortunate. So I'm using this opportunity to call everybody concerned in Nigeria, particularly the presidential candidates. I don't think President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is more a presidential candidate than Sowore. I also don't think Atiku is more a presidential candidate. Neither does Obi more a presidential candidate than Sowore, because what is happening to Sowore can happen to any other person. So it is important that we all wake up to this emergency. It is a national emergency that should be given a national attention that we are doing it, because we are surprised. Now, again, the matter came up today. We had filed our motion to set aside that order revoking the deed of Sowore. That bail application was pending until today. An application to set aside the order, an application to stay the execution of that order was also pending in court. Surprisingly, on the last adjourned date, my lord asked that order for which we have come before him to ask him to set aside and also to stay execution. He executed that order by asking Sowore to go to the prison. That is unusual. Just like my learned friend said, we have had a situation in this same country where a judge executed a judgment when a motion for stay was pending before him. NJC came down heavily against him. So we expect NJC to look into this matter, if it is fair, if it is just in the circumstance of this matter.
I wasn't inside the courtroom, but I heard that the case has been adjourned till Monday. But what's most fundamental here is not even the case or the proceedings that went on inside there today. What is most fundamental is that democracy is under siege. You can see how militarized the court is. Police, DSS, soldiers, road safety, everywhere. So the court is, even during the military regime, I'm not sure they militarized the courtrooms like then. You can see that same device that was used to almost assassinate Sowore has been deployed here again with another officer. So what is most important is not even the proceedings in court. What is important to note is that democracy is under siege in Nigeria. And Tinubu has no shame and is unrepentant about it. In fact, if you look at what happened in Ekiti State election, you should understand what the criminal called Tinubu is planning for Nigerians. That Sowore called him a criminal is why they brought Sowore to this court. Is Tinubu not a criminal? He is. And Nigerians know. He knows. But we don't need to look at it as a Sowore's battle. This is a battle for free speech. This is a battle for expression, freedom of expression. This is a battle that we all have to stand up and fight, because it's our battle. If Sowore is being gagged for free speech, it means that no common Nigerian will be able to express their voices of dissent. If Sowore is being locked up while bandits and terrorists still have a field day wherever they are with our children, that shows you the misplacement of priority by Tosin Ajayi, the Director General of the DSS. He should remember that some others were Director General of DSS before he came, and after him, others will come. But whatever he does within this period that he's serving Tinubu, not Nigerians, it will be recorded in history. He will live, and his children and grandchildren will live to see the ignoble history that their father is orchestrating now. And we are sending a direct message to the Tinubu's government that this is just the beginning of the revolution. Nigerians are going to rise up in their masses, not just in Abuja, all over the country. Right now, Nigerians.
Popular day.